Welcome. I'm Mike Writer, and today we'll be talking about Star Trek Online and ended Nigh. Yeah, what? An apocalypse? Yeah. Actually, there is until there's actually one episode until the end of mine Scarlet's Star Trek Online playthrough. I've actually covered each of the remaining missions that are in the main storyline of the years as they came out, because Home was the last episode was released when when Scarlet was made. So, and every other mission I've covered came early in her storyline, or I'd put them out as they were coming out. In short, I'm out of episodes really. But what about there actually are some missing episodes. Most of these are actually patrol episodes, and what we're going to call legacy storylines. Patrols are going to be pretty easy to explain. They're short, and in a few cases, I'm pretty sure about how to make this commentary really make it enjoyable. And actually, the only patrol acts I've done so far, the Delta Quadrant Attack, I'm worst performing videos. However, the 4 legacy storylines, which I've not done with Scarlet, have their own issues. The Nimbus 3 arc. This one is actually the easiest to cover. I've actually already done it. It was actually shown between in the episodes when we publish episodes from 19 to 23. If Scarlet or any other character, because Tarkus technically could do this as well as any other character I wish to bring in, I'd more or less be repeating the same content with a few dialogue changes. It really is spot the difference. The Spectres. Welcome to Rosanna. This really explains the story behind why the lights are flickering on Rosanna. They aren't actually, but it's something is giving them the effect. It features a time travel to the original series era, and as you can see, Bones McCoy and doing his job there. If I was going to cover this within the storyline, this would actually slot between Scarlet's episode 15 and 16. Yeah, they're going to be. There's always because a lot of these were originally fit in during some other times. Actually, number 3 would slot in just before episode 16 as well. So. The Cold War. Now this one's actually a story about between the Breen and Deferi. Breen has been a Star Trek, a canon Star Trek species which was seen on DS9, and the Deferi is a original Star Trek Alliance species. We've seen some Deferi members before. This is one of the few, is the oldest mission in the game that hasn't really seen a major remaster. I mean, it's been tweaked a few times and cleaned up to work with things in the past, but it's not really seen much in the work with in the final episode. Elements of this attack is actually present in Blood of the Ancients, which is episode 76. It would have slotted between episodes 34 and 35 on Scarlet's storyline. By this time, every other character would have finished every other character finished in early teens for Scarlet. The Lost Dominion, or the 2800. This has multiple names, but these two are the most common names for it, and this is set on DS9. We encounter some Dominion forces that got stuck in the Bajoran wormhole. This is it's set between episodes 30 and 31 of Scouts. Due to the branching options, I've actually got plans for this one, and this is going to be safe to last due to the fact that there is a lot of branching options here, and this one's going to take a lot more work than some of the other stuff I've got planned. So this one's a biggie, but there is something coming to MikeShotWriter.com, and yes, I am going to be covering this because it is important. I have other commitments. I've got a book due for release at the end of April. Solemn Masters, A Case of Silent, and that's the cover of the first available preview, no longer available preview for the first part. I still actually need time to get this ready for release at the end of April. Yeah, but there is some other things to worry about. With Star Trek Alliance Home Complete, I've more or less run out of quick to produce content, which I really need to get onto to get Solar Masters A Case of Silent out on time. After Home, the next scheduled pieces for Star Trek Online would be morphogenetic armament sets, which would be introduced during Home, level 40 ships, level 62 ships. These are all take their time to make. I also want to branch out. As an MMO, Star Trek Online has a limit of how much I can make content of and remain relevant. Over the last year, I've used Pokemon Brilliant Diamond one to try and complement my output with relatively quick produced content, but I created a serious roadblock in the form of Cynthia, and I might finish off the Brilliant Diamond one in my own time. Well, it will be done, but since I'm ready to continue Brilliant Diamond, it will be brought up on. I'll be continuing the series when I'm ready. So the plan. There's going to be a hiatus on Star Trek Online content. Well, at least scheduled Star Trek Online content. In its place, I'm going to be playing another Star Trek Online game. There's currently a poll on my community page for which one I'll play, and as you can see, I've picked Elite Force, Star Trek 2013, which is the year it was released in, because there's technically every game is Star Trek, but that doesn't have a subtitle or something that can really change it. It's so Star Trek 2013 Kelvin timeline, and it's one of the ones I could quickly bring out quite quickly, but I will not be doing the multiplayer facets unless someone really wants me to do that. And there's Star Trek DS9 Harbinger. Now this one's is actually one of the older ones, and then there's the oldest one of the lot is Star Trek 25th Anniversary. And if you wonder why I've only just got really short descriptions of it, it's the limits of YouTube. Also, I'm going to point out that with Elite Force and Star Trek 25th Anniversary, there are sequels, and I do own them, so those could easily be added on as much. But then the Star Trek Online news is returned. As you can see, I've got to the I kind of stopped in the middle of October. To be relevant to Static Online, I'm going to be bringing back the news. I'm going to be making this happen on Sundays. Occasionally I'll bring in a more in-depth topic video, but this will be when the topic feels appropriate to bring in. This won't be a regular thing for news, outside news. And this news will also act as a only one for new episodes, because usually we usually get a heads up for a big new episode more than a week in advance, so you'll be able to get that. Now I've got to mention new Star Trek Online episodes, because we've gone through almost all the released episodes that Scarlet can cover, and actually all of my characters that I've used today can cover. I'll be covering new episodes when they are launched. With 10 Gambit, each new arc will get its own playlist. Based on previous years, we're going to expect that the first new episode will be expected be early May. This is purely on the previous experience, but anyway, this has been Mike Sharpwriter. See you guys next time.